Okay, so why did I buy a truck? I want to travel around Thailand, but with my motorcycle. But it turns out Thailand is bigger than I thought. From the northern town of Chiang Rai to the southern town of Yala, Google says it would take like 26 hours. That's like a 1,200 miles or something. So, and that's just north to south. You can go east and west too. But like, needless to say, I don't want to ride my motorcycle for that long of a trip anywhere. My plan was to buy a cheap truck that I can use to transport my motorcycle to certain parts of Thailand and then ride around that area once I'm there with my motorcycle. We went to the car auction, and a couple days before the auction, they put the list up of how many cars and what kind of cars are listed. And it was like 500 cars, which is a lot. And there's all sorts of trucks there. So I spent a lot of time looking up every single truck that they had available that was in my price range, what the report said about it, how many miles a year, all that. And I narrowed it down to like 10, maybe less than 10 trucks that I was interested in. Had those printed out. And then on the day of the auction, before the auction started, we were able to go to the yard and like look at the car itself. We couldn't like turn it on or drive it, but you can. It's like, in a big yard, and you just go and find the car. And it wasn't organized in any way. It was really hard to find certain cars, and it turns out some of them were on auction, but they weren't physically there, so they were. They're at a warehouse 4 hours away from Bangkok somewhere, but they were being auctioned that day. So that is about where my organization skills really ended. Once the auction started, I think the adrenaline of it really kicked all common sense out the window. There were 2 stages next to each other, and they were auctioning cars off at the same time. So it was chaotic, and you're looking at one car here and you're looking at one car there, and you're like, and people are bidding in person, people are also bidding for cars online, but it's moving really, really fast. And of course it's an auction, so they're talking really fast, talking in Thai. So long story short, I ended up bidding on a truck that was really cheap, but wasn't any of the ones that I had researched ahead of time. So I had no idea if it was a lemon or what. I just got caught up in the excitement of it, and I raised my auction paddle. And once you raise your auction paddle, you cannot unraise it, and that's you have a car. So what I learned that day was I cannot be trusted at an auction. Okay, so what did I get at the auction? I got a 2005 Isuzu D-Max Space Cab. It has 280,000 kilometers, which I think is 175,000 miles on it. It is a stick shift, but the stick shift's on the left side, and the driving wheel is on the right side because everything is reversed here in Thailand. And I raised my auction paddle at 128,000 baht, which is about $3,800. But what they don't tell you is after taxes and fees, it was closer to 155,000 baht, which is about $4,600. Yeah, so I've seen a couple Isuzu D-Max trucks with like 600,000 kilometers. So I'm hoping that this one lasts like that. Who knows? Isuzu trucks are also the most popular trucks in Thailand, so the hope was that parts would be easy to get, and local mechanics would know how to work on it. Okay, so what's the verdict? Is it a lemon? The verdict is still pending on the truck. When I first received the truck, the seatbelt was broken, the window was broken, there were some caps missing. And so I ended up getting those fixed by a local mechanic. And then after I fixed all that stuff, I've been practicing shifting gears with my left hand, driving a big truck on the left side of the road. The hardest part though was loading and unloading my motorcycle into the truck bed. I bought one ramp and it just was impossible. There's no way I was going to do it. So I ended up buying two more ramps. So 3 ramps total that I tie together to make one big ramp, I guess. And then I could ride the motorcycle up. And that became really easy once I had the 3 ramps set up. What is still a little hard is unloading the motorcycle because you have to go backwards at an angle. And luckily my motorcycle is only like 230 pounds, but my old motorcycle was over 400 pounds, and there's no way I could have done this. Like, it's very scary to go backwards on a motorcycle downhill, no matter how short the hill is or steep. Yeah, but it's not pretty, but I can unload my motorcycle. I've done it 3 times now. And like I said, loading it is a lot easier now. Yeah, so today I wanted to practice strapping down my motorcycle with ratchet straps, and then I wanted to take it for a drive to see if it was moving or not. So I went and did that, and everything was good. I stopped a couple times to just check the straps, and it wasn't moving or wiggling, and I was driving on some bumpy roads and curvy roads. But then I stopped to take this photo, and I turned off my engine. And unfortunately, after the photo, the battery would not start on my truck. So, womp womp. It's at the shop. It's getting a new battery. But more importantly, it looks like it's also leaking oil, which is not good. So the mechanic is looking to fix that as well. I'm hoping it's something easily fixable and not something big. So I don't expect this truck to last forever, but I am really hoping that it will last a little bit, where I can actually go and travel around Thailand and make it further than 15 minutes out of my house. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you posted. All right, that's the update for today. If you haven't liked and subscribed, hit the buttons. See you next time.